All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So, I gotta be honest, I'm fired up, right? I am fired up. This is a video that I really want to make here. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of negativity since the end of that Jets Cowboys game. I mean, it just seems like things are. I mean, we all watched Saleh in his post game press conference. He looked like he looked defeated. He looked beaten down. We can talk about like Breece Hall complaining about him only having 4 touches in the game, right? Actually posted it on Twitter, ended up deleting it. Sauce Gardner deleted his entire Twitter after kind of getting into it with a Cowboys fan. There's suggestions saying that the Jets should change how they play defensive football. I mean, all these things are being said. I'm filming this video pretty early in the morning here, so I know kind of throughout the day there's going to be just segments on all of these different, mainstream sports media networks. Can Zach Wilson lead them forward? Is it time to panic? Like all the, I know it's all coming, right? And the reason why I'm really excited to make this video is because I wanted to talk about the reality of the situation, the reality of where the Jets are right now, and how I feel this Jets team should not only just look at this Dallas Cowboy loss, but how they should attack this week of preparation going up against the New England Patriots Sunday at 1 o'clock. So we all know what happened on Sunday. The Jets got beat down, right? It was a multi-score loss, multi-possession loss here, and the Cowboys pretty much won on every major facet. The Jets couldn't tackle, they couldn't get off the field on third down. The defense definitely let a lot of people down. And it was just weird. I was not expecting to see that from the Jets defense. They weren't really playing like their Jets brand of football. They were blitzing a lot. Just strange stuff. We were flagged multiple times with like the PI to Brandon Echols on a third down, which sucked. We had the multiple roughing the passer calls, which were, could have went 50-50. Overall, the defense just looked a step behind, even to start the game, right? I know time of possession was completely out of whack. Dallas held the ball for over 42 minutes. Can you believe that? 42 minutes of time of possession. New York Jets, just over 17 minutes. That is a wide margin. But I digress. The defense, they just looked a bit sluggish. They looked slow. They could not get off the field. And I don't know if it was like first away game of the season in Dallas playing a good team. I don't know if it's because Dallas got off to a hot start. I believe that first drive of the game went 7 plays, 75 yards, resulting in a touchdown. But there was only one negative play in the drive, which was a loss of 1, and it was pretty much meaningless because that came in the Jets red zone. So I don't know if it was like that, like where the Jets, I mean, because we watch this defense week in, week out, going back to last season. It's a dominant bunch, talent all over the place. Maybe they got just decked in the mouth and they didn't know how to respond. Maybe they weren't expecting Dak to have that good of protection, making smart decisions with the football. It just seemed weird. It was just a weird day from the defense. And one and a part of it too falls on coaching, right? Because you can look at a team like the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. What happened in that game? First drive of the game, Jimmy Garoppolo, Devontae Adams, they go right down the field and score a touchdown. It looked easy for the Raiders, but from that point, it was all Bills for the rest of the game. They responded, they were able to adjust, and they controlled it from there on out. Whereas the Jets, it just seemed like we got off on the wrong foot and we just could never really bounce back. Offensively, we couldn't protect the quarterback. We couldn't run the ball. We were down so early in the game to where Hackett, I felt like, abandoned. He went away from the run. Play calling wise, I didn't feel like Hackett gave Wilson a chance with, and Tony Romo actually pointed this out on the call where he said, why are the Jets lining up in empty sets? You're going up against a great front seven that the Dallas Cowboys possess. And we have struggles on our offensive line, let alone they're thin at the position. But we're rolling out there hoping to block that Cowboys defense with 5 guys. It's like, man, let's give Wilson a chance here. We had the turnovers late. It was, it just wasn't fun. It just did not look like a Jets football team, right? Especially on defense, going back to it. But here's the deal, right? It's one game. The Jets are 1-1 right now. We are 1-1. We are not 1-6. We are not 2-8. We are 1-1 with a massive game this Sunday against the division rival 0-2 New England Patriots. Do you think this is a must-win for them? Absolutely. Absolutely. They started the season off with 2 home games. Eagles, Dolphins, they dropped them both. Both games they had an opportunity to win in the end, and in the first game, guy couldn't get his feet down in bounds. Second one, I mean, they had an opportunity to push the ball down the field as time was expiring against the Dolphins. There was that crazy lateral play from Gesicki last night. But in any case, yeah, the Patriots are going to come out firing. Okay, we gotta turn around and get ready for this Patriots team. Look yourself in the mirror, Salah. Look yourself in the mirror, Hackett. The defense, and understand, yeah, that game sucked. It was not fun to play in. It was not fun to watch. It was not fun to coach in. Dallas controlled the game and beat us down, but you know what? The Jets have got to use this as a learning experience. When they come back and watch the tape today, pick up on the mistakes. Hey, we really should have given Zach some extra help here. We really should not have called that call. We really messed up here. We effed up in this situation, right? Identify the mistakes, move forward, clean slate. There's nothing you can do about the loss. We're 1-1. It's in the books. You can't go back in time. Face it, learn from it, move forward, clean up and move on. Clean up and move on. The Pats will not let starting out 0-2 rock their boat. They're going to get back to work. From the Jets' perspective, I want to see the same thing. I do not want to see the cage rattled, right? I do not want to feel like things are getting crazy. It's one loss. We got a good football team, right? I have full confidence in our defense to show up on Sunday against that Patriots offense that they haven't really looked too explosive, to go out there and show out, right? Get back on track. So yeah, again, disappointing loss on Sunday for sure. 100%. I am not justifying it whatsoever. But it's like, you take a look across the league. Cincinnati's 0-2, New England 0-2, KC 1-1, Buffalo 1-1, right? There's a lot of teams out there. Pittsburgh, we'll see what they do tonight, but they looked horrendous against the 49ers in week 1. There's a lot of teams out there. We're 2 weeks into the season. It's not all, rainbows and butterflies for every team in the AFC, and the Jets are lagging behind after one loss. Use this game as a learning experience. If we rewind to 2010, which was my favorite season as a Jet fan, where we had all the playoff success, where we were just, on the road as a wild card team, just knocking teams off week in, week out. But 2010, we obviously beat the Patriots in Gillette Stadium in the playoffs. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, games of my entire life. If we think back to earlier in the season, I believe it was a Monday night game early in December, the Jets got their ass beat by the Patriots. What was it, 43-3 in Gillette? And we used that game as a learning experience, right? Nobody gave us a shot against the Pats in the playoffs. And really the point is, it's one game. It's one game. Don't let one game define you. Salah looked so upset in yesterday's press conference. Just don't let it rock the cage, right? Don't let it rock the boat. Get back to work this week. Prepare for New England, and understand that it's one game. It's one game. We got, 15 more, 16 more, something like that? It's a long season. All right? So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Gosh, I know it's tough coming to videos after brutal losses and whatnot, but I appreciate it. I really do. Anyway, thanks a lot, and as always, go Jets.